Hi 8th B1, how are you all? Last week we learned a geography lesson. This week we are going to learn history lesson. Some of you did not send your geography homework to me. Yes, do a map and do the answers and send it to me personally. Yes, last week we learned a period of transition, the lesson name. We learned about Renaissance, Reformation, colonization, Industrial Revolution. Remember everything? Yes, in that important thing we come to know they found many sea routes, voyages. You remember? Yes, like that they found America. They found America, isn't it? America, Vespucci found America. The discovery of America led England, France, Spain, Holland to establish their countries there. There means in America. From this country people, they all came and settled. Not all, many of them came and settled in this place. Okay, in the 16th century onwards, people from different European countries began to settle in America. Okay, among them the England was very powerful. They settled with the 13 British colonies. Okay, this kind of ship they came to America and settled there with the 13 colonies. Already we learned colonization. Go in process of settling in one place we call colonization. Yes, isn't it? So 13 British colonies were set up there. By the middle of the 18th century, there were 13 British colonies along the east coast of North America. People who had settled in there, the colonies had originally come from England. Yes, they had gone there seeking money, freedom and better life. They were in England and there also they had better life, but they want some more in a space to live there. So they all came to America to settle. 13 British colonies were there. They were, but still they are under the control of British. People came to America, but still they have the British colonies control of British only. That is, British colonies under the control of America only. Okay, that kind of thought, people who are living in America, they settled in America, they want to be free. Okay, that's why the American War of Independence started. The American War of Independence was ever emerged and organized movement in the history of the world. That is only first war started in the history of the world. Okay, it led to some major changes. The most important being the birth of the United States of America created. Okay, this United States of America, we call no America now, US. It was created after the War of Independence, American War of Independence. Why they made a war, with whom they had a war, what is the purpose to have the war, we learned that. Okay, yes, the causes for the war. Okay, I told you already, the British people only, the control of the war. These are the 13 colonies, British colonies settled in USA. This is USA map. Okay, in this Georgia, South California, North California, Virginia. Can you see these 13 names? Yes, these are all 13 colonies were under the control of British. These are British colonies only, but people who are England, they went and settled in this place in America. Okay, some of the causes we want to know, not only the control, they are making the people to pay tax. The local council passed laws to levy tax and they have the government also, but the people who are settled in America, they are not the part of the British Council, British Parliament. Only the people who are living in the British England, they are only the part of the British Parliament. So people want to the full freedom. Okay, some of the causes we learn. The colonies, despite enjoying independence in the internal administration, were controlled by the British government in economic matters. Not only controlling them in economic matters, money transaction, they are only controlling them. For example, the colonies were forbidden to use non-British ships for trading purpose. They are asking only to trade with England only, not from any other countries. Okay, products such as tobacco, sugar, cotton could be exported only to England, and the two at price fixed by the British government. Only with England they have to trade. This is America. People who are settled in many countries, and even in England also people are settled. From England also people are settled, but they are under the control of only British people. Okay, especially in economically, they were forced them to pay the tax and ask them to send the goods or take the goods from only from the England country. That you understand. Next we come to know, similarly the colonies could import goods only from England, exporting also only to England and importing also only to England. Goods imported from the other countries were taxed heavily. If the American people are taking from goods from other country, they have to pay more tax. Moreover it was illegal for the colonies to set up the industry that could compete with the industry British ones. Okay, nobody can settle there with the factories in America because of the British. The colonies resented such colonial trade policies. The colonies had no representation in the British Parliament. I told you already, the people who were settled there, they cannot be the part of the Parliament. Okay, that one made them upset. This taxation made them upset. That export import made them upset, and they were not part of the British Parliament. The next one is the colonies strongly criticized the British government, consist demands for money. Every time the government need money, they immediately introduce new tax. Okay, like that in 1765, the British Parliament passed the Stamp Act, which made the affixation of stamp on all the documents compulsory. If they are writing any documents, they have to make some tax. The tax we call Stamp Act in 1765. That also made them to very angry. Next, the colonies refused. They don't want to pay the tax to British people. The colonists refused to pay the tax on the grounds as British parliaments did not have any representatives from the colonies. It did not have the right to levy taxes either. Therefore, the colonists protest against the act and adopt the slogan, "No taxation without representation." How they came to India and settled there, and they asked tax for everything. No, like that they also British people also they went there, and in America they were asking tax and asked the people to pay the tax, but they were opposing them. Okay, no taxation without representation. That is, we are not the part of the British Parliament. Why we should pay the tax? They are questioning them. Okay, under the pressure from the protest, the British government repealed the Tax Act. Okay, this is the important thing. Related to that, they wanted to, the government decision to tax tea tax was severely criticized by the colonies. That is, in the middle of that, they want to tax for the tea. Okay, see, the government imposed a tax on tea to assert its rights to levy taxes. If the tax, the tea is coming to America, they have to pay tax. So for that they are asking to pay. That is, the government decision to tax tea was severely criticized by the colonies. In 1773, several colonies refused to unload the tea that came from England. Okay, they are bringing the tea and importing, that is from England, it's exporting to America, but they don't want to take the tax tea because they are asking more tax for the tea. So these people refused to take the colony people refused to take the tea. For that, what they did, in Boston, the place called Boston, a group of people disguised as the native Indians raided British ships and dumped the crates of the tea into the sea. Okay, they dumped all the tea container in that sea. This incident is known as the Boston Tea Party. It hastened the American War of Independence. Yes, people are asked to pay the tax for the tea. For that, they were getting angry and they dumped this tea container into the sea. This act we call Boston Tea Party. It's happened in 1773. It was the beginning of the war. Okay, see the pictures. Can you see the picture? Yes, they're importing, exporting, they're shouting and fighting. Yes, the art is impression of the Boston Tea Party. They don't want to take the tea to their colonies. They want to dump the tea into the tea containers and boxes in the sea itself, because they are asking more tax for the tea. Okay, the colonies were inspired in their struggle by writing of the philosophers such as John Locke, John Harrington, John Milton and Thomas. They wrote all men are equal. They were telling we all are equal. We all came from European countries only. We all are equal. We don't want to control by this British government. Okay, so they were against to this all decisions of British government. In the beginning, this is the beginning of the war. In 1774, the representatives of the 13 colonies assembled in the Philadelphia. In the place Philadelphia, these colonies people were representatives assembled. They appealed to King George III, the British ruler, to the end of the restriction on the trade. Okay, don't keep any restriction on the trade and to impose any other taxes without the consent of the colonies. So we are the people, we are living there, you don't impose any tax on us. So that is their demand. On 4th July 1776, the representatives of all the colonies met once again in Philadelphia and adopted the Declaration of Independence. They themselves created the Declaration of the Independence, a document drafted by the Thomas Jefferson. That it says we all are equal. God created us equally. We want equal power to rule us. Okay, that is the Declaration of Independence. Okay, it was led by the great man George Washington. The colonies were led by the George Washington. Many battles were fought during the course of war of independence. Okay, he is the head of the war and he is the first president of United States of America, George Washington. Okay, the birth of United States of America, like that only that United States of America was created in 1783. The British government and the colonies signed the Treaty of Paris. Okay, the British reorganized the independence of the 13 colonies. The colonies then they came together to form the United States of America. A constitution was drafted which declared the USA a republic country. They said the USA is the republic country. An important part of the constitution is the Bill of Rights. It guarantees America citizens a right to freedom of speech, religion and justice. Okay, like this only, this is the way they came as a free from British colonies. Okay, they have rights to freedom, right of speech, right of religion, right of justice, right of trade, business, anything they can do in their own colonies. Like this they got the freedom from British. That is we call Independence War of America, American War of Independence. Okay, now you come to know about how America got the freedom from British. Yes, next we are going to see French Revolution. Okay, for the French Revolution, the French Revolution of 1785 was one of the most important event in the history of Europe. Okay, we have some causes to break out of the French Revolution. Okay, political cause, social cause, economic causes we have. We'll see first political cause. It may be your detailed answer. France was ruled by Louis XVI. He believed that he was a God's representative on the earth. Okay, he has all power and he is not answerable to any people. Okay, so that kind of attitude he had, and his wife Marie Antoinette ruled like autocrats. Okay, we say in Tamil Sarvadikaram. Okay, autocrat. Marie Antoinette. Okay, she chose to ignore the suffering of the people. This made the king and the queen very unpopular among the people. See, if the queen or king is not taking care of the people, immediately we may sing why this king and queen, and we don't have good name for them. So it happened to the French people related to this king and queen. Okay, the administrative machinery under Louis XVI had become extremely corrupt. The king is not good, so the whole nobles and ministers also not good. The nobles and officials tortured the people for taxes and arrested and confined many people without a trial. Okay, that is their rule, their own rule. So whomever they want to arrest, they torture the people, they'll ask more tax from the people. The king and queen is not at all interested to see the people suffering. Okay, those who were arrested and confined were sent to the state prison at Bastille. The Bastille thus became a symbol of state oppression. Okay, this is a place where the prison was there. People were sent to this place. Okay, Bastille of prison. Okay, so the king and queen, the main cause for the people suffering, and the nobles are making the people very treating the people very badly and torturing. This is the one of the political cause for the people to create a revolution. Okay, the social, next we will come to the social cause. The French society was feudal in nature. That means we know the feudal means the knight or noble will work under the king. They'll get the piece of land, isn't it? That is called feudal system. Yes, so they have the community divided into three classes, three estate. We say class, the so high class, low class, like that we say, no, that is they call by estate. Okay, the first estate consists of the clergy, the church officials, always the related to the church people, the priest or working in the church. There will be the first estate. They'll have given the privilege. Okay, they no need to pay any tax, and they will live the good life, rich life. Next we go to the second estate, consists of the nobility, that is ministers, all under the king. People who work, that they are the nobility. Okay, nobles. So they are also were in high position. Next we come to third estate, which consists of the peasants, workers, and bourgeois, that is merchants, traders, doctors, teachers, lawyers, that is all middle class people. Okay, 97 of the population were this kind of people only. The bourgeois or the middle class. Okay, they are they have to pay tax. This, whereas the second class and first class people, that is first estate, second estate, they are these the church officials. They are nobles. They no need to pay any tax. So the people were unhappy with the way they were treated by the people of the first and the second estate. While the first and the second estate enjoyed all the political and social rights, the third estate was deprived of all the rights and privileges. Thus, there was a widespread inequality, isn't it? Under the king, everybody is same, but the one class of people are enjoying, the next class people are also enjoying. The third estate people were suffering. Okay, they have to pay more tax, and they are not equal to this second and first. Okay, this is the social cause. Already I told you economic, political cause. That is, queen and king was not at all taking care of the people. The nobles are on their own. They are treating the people, and one who asks against the king or queen or nobles, they'll be sent to the prison. And next to this kind of social difference. Okay, third, economic cause. Because of this, they suffered a lot. The luxurious lifestyle of the rulers, nobility, and the clergy, and the frequent wars of France got involved in, had emptied the state treasure. See, again they were fighting. They are not treating other countries properly, so they were fighting. Their treasury got empty. For that, what they did, people belong to the first and second estates, despite being very rich, were exempt for paying taxes. They know, actually, first estate, second estate people are very rich, but they are not paying any tax to the government, whereas the entire burden of the taxation fell in the hands of the third estate. Okay, among the third estate, the worst hit were peasants and workers. We know the middle class people, I told you, doctors, merchants, teachers, all are under the third estate only, but the burden fully fell in the hands of peasants and workers. Okay, this farmers and the normal laborers have to pay the more tax. They had to pay many tax, such as the tax on land, salt, items daily they use. Okay, very often they were forced to work without payment. Very sad, no? They are not giving any money to them to work. Okay, they have to work but without money. For example, in the case of constructing roads, okay, government now creating a road or setting the road, means the people who are in the third estate, the peasants and the workers, they'll come and do the work, but government will not pay them. Okay, so these saw the tortures in economically they were suffering. And then some of the people were very intellectual, that is Voltaire, Rousseau, Diderot. They want to show the people their life, the inequality, injustice among the corruption among the people. So they want to teach the children, to teach the people to come out of that. to create the nationalism. Okay, nationalism is one who love the country and freedom. They are talking about that. This name you keep it in your mind: Voltaire, Rousseau, and Diderot. Okay, they were telling about the injustice, inequality, and corruption of that place. Okay, so they preached that the real power rested with the people, and therefore the king should be rule according to the will of the people. In case the king failed to do so, people had to right to remove him. They are telling about their right. They are teaching them the right of the people, and the king is for people. Okay, so if a king is not taking care of the people, so the king may removed by the people. So that kind of thoughts they are sowing in the minds of the people. Okay, these are the thinkers, rationalist thinkers. They are putting this kind of thoughts in the people's mind. Okay, then it's next to the cause. This is also one cause, and this is also one cause. The American War of Independence. Yes, the France had supported the colonists in the American War of Independence. As a result, many French soldiers had participated in the war. When American War of Independence happened, many French soldiers went and participated there. So they had that unity, that attitude they want to against the king. When these soldiers returned to France, they brought with them the revolutionary ideas of the democracy and nationalism. Okay, nationalism means that we have to love our country, we have to honor our country. That it came in the people mind. Okay, yes. Next they are calling the king. The king called them for the 3 estate for this summoning. Okay, they'll come and sit in one place and talk about their grievances. So first estate, second estate, third estate, they'll sit in a place, and the king will ask them what is their problem and everything. And here the first estate, the second estate got the opportunity to tell about their grievances. Okay, their wants, their needs. But the third estate did not get any chance to tell. That is, for whole estate they are giving one vote to talk about them. Okay, so it was not good in the sight of the people. So they asked the one man, one vote. Okay, but it was turned down by the king. When no agreement could be reached, the members of the third estate formed the National Assembly on 17 June 1789. When they are sitting and listening the grievances, the third estate was rejected. So people were shouting for one man, one vote. Everybody has one problem to tell, but the king is not at all listening to them. So they started one assembly called National Assembly. Okay, and on June 20th, 1718, members of the National Assembly met in the tennis court and owed to the stay united in the struggle to frame a constitution for the nation. They themselves made a committee, and they want to make one constitution for the nation. This event known as the tennis court oath, because the place tennis court they gathered there, so that was called this tennis court oath. Okay, this made the Louis XVI very angry, and he was torturing the people after this also. He doesn't like this act of the tennis court oath or National Assembly or anything. Okay, for that people were getting more angry. The storming of Basel on 14 July 1789 happened. That means the Bastille, already we know this word, this is a prison. Okay, why the storming the prison? They broke open its gates and released all the prisoners. Okay, who opened? The rebels attacked Basel. Okay, the people who are against the king, they attacked the prison and the gate was open. This event is popularly known as the storming of the Bastille. This symbolized the fall of the autocracy. The autocracy means only one man rule, not listening anybody's grievance or anything, Sarvadikaram. So that this act fell down. Okay, it marked the beginning of the French Revolution. Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette were the arrested and later executed. They died also. They got the punishment of death. The National Assembly ended monarchy and established the Republican government. The monarchy, the king rule ended. The republic government started. Monarchy means only one king will rule. Next, his son will rule. So that is called monarchy. Republican means the people will select the one man or one leader for the government. That republic government created. It also adopted a famous document, Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen. This basic right of life, liberty and equality were promised to all the citizens. Everybody who live in France, they should have the rights of life, liberty, equality. These ideas of liberty, equality and fraternity became the guiding principle of the Republic of France. From here only, even in India, we have taken this slogan, liberty, equality, fraternity. Fraternity means brotherlyhood. We all are equal. Okay, this is the storming of Basel. So these are the some of the causes we saw now. First we saw the political cause. The king and queen and nobles were they were not listening the people anything, and some people were suffering. Okay, that is the cause for them, political cause. Next we see the social cause. The three classes estates, people were suffering because of the three classes. They have to pay, the third class have to pay lot of money or tax to the people, to the government. So that is, and next revolutionary thinkers, these people were putting people in the place to think. Okay, they asked them to think and remove the king. After that, this war of independence of the one of the cause, because they saw the war of American independence, that many of them participated. So they want their country also to be free from anybody else. So they want to be free. Next we come to know the summoning of the people are sitting and telling about their grievances to the king, but the third estate was rejected. So they were shouting with one man one vote, and they started National Assembly, and they started a tennis court of oath. They want to create one constitution. It was against the King Louis. So the people were against, and the people were against, they put in the prison already. So the rebels attacked the prison and broke the gates and everything, and they ended with the Louis and his wife were arrested and executed. That means they put into death. Then they created a new constitution, that is the Declaration of Rights of Man and of the Citizen. Okay, these are the causes for the French Revolution. Now we will see the impact of the revolution. In France, revolution led the destruction of feudalism. Okay, the landowner and all, they were, after that they were abolished, and the growth of the new economic system, capitalism. Okay, France became the republic country. The citizen got basic human rights. They could now vote and elect their representatives. There is no one king. They are electing like our country. How India we are selecting the prime minister or chief minister, like that they are selecting them from the election. Okay, this is we saw about the causes and the impact of the French Revolution. Next we will see about Napoleon Bonaparte. In the France government, we cannot forget Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay, he is a powerful man in France at that time. Okay, he became the first consul for the France, and Napoleon was very ambitious man in his desire to control the whole of Europe. He wanted to control whole Europe. He led the France into numerous of wars. Okay, he fought with other countries. Soon after crowning him as a emperor, Napoleon declared war on Austria and defeated the Austrian forces in 1805. Okay, first he defeated Austria. In the same year, he defeated combined armies of Austria and Russia in the Battle of Austerlitz. Okay, in 1806, France defeated Prussia and routed the Russian army in the 1807. Okay, thus the large part of Europe came under the control of France. Austria, he defeated Austria and Russia, then Prussia, and he brought many places under the control of France. Napoleon military campaigns were very fired by the one motive, that is they want to capture the places. In 1812, Napoleon had made France the powerful center of Europe. Okay, his decline began after his Russian campaign in 1812. Okay, he had a power and he made France as a powerful country, but what happened? He made a simple mistake, and because of that the power gone down. The Russian campaign in 1812, Okay, he went to, in 1812 to Russia. He made the mistake of invading Russia in winter time. Okay, in winter time they went to fight. A large part of his army perished due to the bitter cold in Russia. Napoleon's reputation suffered a big blow. The enemies of the France saw this as a great opportunity to strike the empire. Napoleon became the great, France became the great power in Europe because of Napoleon. He had many enemies, so they waiting for one chance for Napoleon. This mistake, the great mistake of Russia, Napoleon invaded Russia in the winter time. Many of the soldiers died, so that was opportunity to strike the empire. Okay, so the emperor, European powers such as Sweden, Austria, Prussia, they all defeated by Napoleon. So they all together joined together, who all are Sweden, Russia, Prussia, all joined together, made a Russia formed the alliance and defeated France in the Battle of Leipzig in 1813. Okay, they had a chance, and then they defeated France. Okay, and then what happened, the allied forces occupied Paris, capital of France, in 1814, and Napoleon was forced to abdicate, that is, he has to thrown out of the seat of the honor. Okay, he no more he is the emperor, he is no, he cannot be the emperor. Okay, forcefully they put him down, and he was exiled to the island of Elba. Okay, exiled means he has to go out of the country. Okay, that is his punishment. He cannot live in this country. In Tamil we say naadu kadathirudhu. Okay, so he was exiled to the island of Elba. Napoleon, however, refused to accept his defeat. He don't want to accept the defeat. He gathered a small army with which he marched to Belgium, but he was defeated once again in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. This battle shattered Napoleon's dream of returning to power. The British exiled Napoleon to the island of Helena. Okay, that place we call Helena the island, where he died in 1821. He died in 1821. So he is a great man, Napoleon. We cannot forget him. And the timeline for this lesson: the Stamp Act. British Parliament passed the Stamp Act. This is a timeline or chronology we say. British Parliament passed the Stamp Act in the year of 1765. Boston Tea Party incident 1773. American War of Independence began in 1776. And the French Revolution 1789. Napoleon Bonaparte became emperor in 1804, and he exiled to the 1815, and he died in 1821. This is the timeline for this lesson. You must memorize this, keep it in your mind. And for assignment this week we learned this. Okay, write a note on Boston Tea Party. You have to write a note on Boston Tea Party. What does the Bill of Rights guarantee? It guarantee freedom of speech, freedom of liberty that we saw now in American War of Independence. Yes. Next one, the war. What were the three estates? First estate related to church officials, then the next nobilities, third the next all middle class people, and other common people, workers, all will come in that. What do you know about the storming of Basel? Yes, the prison broke and gates were broke and people came out. That act you have to narrate that. And what was the Napoleon's mistake? Just now I told the mistake of Napoleon. He invaded Russia in the winter bitter cold in 1812. Because of that act, many of the soldiers were died. That was a chance to other enemies to occupy his empire. Okay, the detailed answer you should elaborately write. List the causes of American War of Independence. We listed many causes: taxes, and not part in the British Parliament, and tax on the tea. So that all you have to write in this. And next, the second one is describe the causes of political causes, social causes, economic causes of the French Revolution. That elaborately we saw that we have to write. Next, some of the one word answer I want to give you. Name the countries colonized in America. First four countries just mention in the four countries: Spain, Holland, that named some countries, England, that all went and stayed colonized in America. How many colonies were there for British? There were 13 colonies for British. Name some intellectual philosophers. Rousseau, Voltaire, Detroit, that are names you have to remember, and they urge people to think. Okay. Next, who drafted the Declaration of Independence? Thomas Jefferson. And who was the first president of America? Yes, of course, George Washington. I only telling the answer. You again go through and don't get confused. But that's why I'm telling the answer. Slowly, I will not tell the answer anymore. The Stamp Act that just we read, Boston Tea Party, the year you have to write, state the chronology, storming of Basel, and America War of Independence beginning, and French Revolution. You have to write some of the new words we learn. Nationalism, the love of on our country we call nationalism. In Declaration of Independence, okay, George Washington, Estates, French Revolution, bourgeoisie, the people who are middle class, we call them bourgeoisie. Fraternity, brotherlyhood we call fraternity. Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay, some chronology I have written here. American War of Independence in the year of 1776, Boston Tea Party 1773, Stamp Act 1765, French Revolution 1789, Napoleon died in 1821. Okay, do you remember now? You listen again, you will come to know and do the assignment and personally send it to me. Thank you children. God bless you.